Why Biafrans repeat Exodus chapter 32. You need to understand what happened in Exodus chapter 32 before you can be able to establish this reason why Biafran people are repeating what happened there. In the part 1 of this video, look in the description, you will see the part 1. Biafra Global Spiritual Insight in Current Events that Shape the Future. We have dealt with some part of Exodus chapter 32. This is the part 2. After watching this video, make sure you watch it. Let us go to the scripture, and then you will know why Biafrans repeat what happened there. From verse 2, we have dealt with the verse 1 in the part 1. And Aaron said unto them, break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons, and of your daughters, and bring them unto me. 3. And all the people break off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. This is talking about contribution. So they put their resources together and brought it unto Aaron. In the verse 1, they were asking for new leadership. So in the verse 2, Aaron was ready to give them the new leadership. And so they began to make contributions to form a new leadership. in the verse 3, they are making contributions now to form a new leadership. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Or to support the new leadership they have formed. Verse 4, and he received them at their hand and fashioned it with a graven tool after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, these be thy gods, O Israel. This is your new leadership, Biafrans. This is the new IPOB leadership, Biafrans and Igbos, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it. And Aaron made proclamation and said, tomorrow is a feast to the Lord. Is a feast to the Lord. But they have molded a golden calf, an idol. And they are now calling the idol a representation of God, who is to receive their sacrifices the next day. Falsehood. Verse 6. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. Remember, in the verse 1, they asked for a new leadership that will lead them to the promised land, because Moses has been on the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights, and they wouldn't want to continue waiting for him to come down, to continue with his leadership position and role. They said, no, Aaron, make us gods that will take us to the land of Canaan. So Aaron now consented to their desire, to their consensus, the agreement for new leadership in the verse 2, and molded a golden calf. Now, this golden calf is the image of one of the gods of Egypt. That very god is called Apis or Osiris. That is the image that Aaron could see in his mind, and molded it and presented it to the Israelites and proclaimed that this very image you are seeing here is the representation, is your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt. What happened next? At this time, they have gotten a new leadership that was supposed to lead them to the promised land. By this time, Moses was still on the mountain, communing with God, as we dealt with in the part 1. At this time, their new leadership is in full force, has been inaugurated, rather than begin to march towards the promised land. The Bible said, they sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. They sat down to eat. Freedom fighters. They sat down to drink. Celebration, merriment. And they rose up to play. Now, there is nothing wrong with sitting down to eat and to drink. At this point, as they were eating and drinking, some people may be thinking they were just trying to nourish themselves and eat so that they can gather strength to begin their movement towards the promised land. But we were all surprised that after eating and drinking, they rose up to play. They did not rise up to begin to march towards their freedom. They did not rise up to begin to head towards the promised land. They did not rise up to begin to do better than Moses. They did not rise up to begin to make progress. They did not rise up towards advancement of the struggle of the movement for their independence and their freedom. No, they rose up to play. Why Biafrans repeat Exodus chapter 32? In the verse 7, and the Lord said unto Moses, Go, get thee down, for thy people, which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves. They have corrupted themselves. They couldn't wait for God to be done with the writing of the commandments. And they couldn't wait for their leader, who had been in the presence of God on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights without food, to come down with the message that the Lord has for them. They couldn't wait. They decided to indulge in things and practices and activities that ended up corrupting them. Instead of equipping them with better strategy and knowledge, instead of equipping them with the best instruments, with the best ideas that's supposed to launch them or bring them successfully into the promised land, they ended up corrupting themselves. In their bid of looking for a new leadership, they ended up corrupting themselves. God said to Moses, Go down right now, your people that you brought out of the land of Egypt has corrupted themselves. Why Biafrans repeat Exodus chapter 32? And then verse 8, they have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf and have worshipped it and have sacrificed thereunto and said, These be thy gods, O Israel. This is the new leadership, O Israel, which have brought you out of the land of Egypt and that is competent and capable of taking you into the promised land. Verse 9, and the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. I have seen these people, and they are really, really stubborn. They are obstinate. These people are unruly. These people cannot be instructed or educated. These people are unteachable. I have seen them. I have seen them in their thinking. I have seen them in their reasoning. I have seen them in their characters. These people are so stiff-necked. They are so stubborn. I can't continue to deal with them. Now I want to destroy them. Rabama Amia Ketani Salia. Now therefore, let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make of thee a great nation. God vowed to destroy the Israelites. God vowed to annihilate them and raise another nation through Moses. If you read down the scripture, the Bible said that Moses began to intercede on their behalf. Moses began to intercede. Look at the type of leader they decided to abandon on the mountain. A leader that regardless of how they betrayed him, they abandoned him. God wanted to destroy them. The same leader came in between and stood in the gap in intercession on their behalf. If you continue reading down, these were the intercessions. This was strong advocacy that Moses was making on behalf of the Israelites. Why do Biafrans repeat Exodus chapter 32? Look at the verse 17. And when Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, he said unto Moses, there is a noise of war in the camp. By this time, Joshua was with Moses. He heard the noise. Remember, in the verse 6, the Bible says that after all the offering, after all the sacrifices they have made, they sat down, they ate, they drank, and then they rose up to play. So the noise of their play, of their rivalry, or their riotous or reckless or wild party was heard by Joshua. 18. And Moses said unto Joshua, it is not the voice of them that shout for mastery, neither is it the voice of them that cry for being overcome, but the noise of them that sing do I hear. Moses said to Joshua, the noise you are hearing is not the voice of the people who are being overcome in the war, nor that the enemies have come to fight against them to destroy them. And as a result of that, they are crying and they are shouting, and there is noise in the camp. This noise you are hearing is not because they are involved in a warfare against their enemies to move forward, to proceed with their journey into the promised land. The noise you are hearing is not the noise of those who have mastery of war, who are professionals, who know what they are doing, who are experts in war, who are brave soldiers and warriors. No, that is not the noise you are hearing. The noise you are hearing is the sound and the noise of those who are singing and playing. Why Biafrans repeat Exodus 32? On the 2nd of August 2026 and on the 18th of June 2026, you had the radio broadcast, you had their broadcast across all the IPOB and the Radio Biafra platforms about a new leadership. Suspending Nnamdi as the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra and establishing and inaugurating their own new leadership that they claim is more competent, more focused and determined, and possesses all it takes to lead the people of Biafra to freedom. Institutionalization of the IPOB freedom movement or structure. Their new oath of allegiance, new pledge, new constitution. And people were shouting, hey, the DOS are wise. Hey, the DOS are wise. Hey, they are wise. They are so strategic in their planning, in their leadership. We have moved the struggle away from family business. Now we have competent hands that will lead the Biafran people to freedom. These were part of the noise that you heard on the 18th of June 2026 and on the 2nd of August 2026. From across all their platforms and all their media, oh, we have a new leadership. We have a new leadership. We have a new leadership. Biafra, we are going home. Moses said to Joshua, the noise you are hearing is not the noise of those who are winning. It's not the noise of those who are masters of war, who know what they are doing. It's not the noise of those who are strategic in leadership. It is the noise of those who are singing, who are playing. Why Biafrans repeat Exodus chapter 32? That is the noise you hear. Exodus 32 is being repeated by the former DOS. Exodus chapter 32 is being repeated by those who are walking with them, by those who are standing with them, by those who are supporting them, by those who have decided to opt for the golden calf and abandoning the real, authentic, divine leadership that God has given to them. The leadership of Maxwell Nnawuihe. Why Biafrans repeat Exodus 32 is as a result of impatience. Why Biafrans repeat Exodus chapter 32 is as a result of selfishness. Why Biafrans repeat Exodus chapter 32 is as a result of indiscipline. It's as a result of short-sightedness. It's as a result of materialism. It's as a result of incompetence. It is as a result of accidental leaders, untrained leadership. This is why Biafrans repeat Exodus 32. It's as a result of lack of spiritual insight. It's as a result of lack of sound wisdom and reasoning to understand what the mind and the purpose of God is for the Biafran people. That is why they repeat Exodus chapter 32. Listen, when you look in the description below this video, you are going to see the part 1 of this video. Very, very important. You can also watch this video on Engine Speak. I am God's major prophet, Maxwell Nnawuihe. Type in the chat section the voices you hear and the noise you hear in the camp of the so-called new leadership. Can you describe what it is? Are you hearing the voices or the sound of victory? Are you hearing the voices or the sound of mastery? Are you hearing the voices and the sounds of those who really know, who are really equipped to restore Biafra? Or are you hearing the voices and the noise of those who are playing, those who are enjoying themselves? Just like Moses told Joshua in Exodus chapter 32, verse 17. Type your thought in the chat section. Like and share this video. If you are new to Maxwell Nnawuihe channel, please subscribe immediately. I will see you again. God bless you.
Subscribe on YouTube, TikTok, X, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow Maxwell Nnawuihe for more updates.